Until then.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sabers Forever. I'm John, and today we're going to be going over the Roman Props MK1. This guy is literally the most accurate Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 4 lightsaber out there on the market. I mean, there's nothing out there that's going to beat this. The prop maker, Roman, just has really devoted the time and energy into making this absolutely the best saber out there. That being said, this is the most aesthetically accurate. That doesn't mean it's the best lightsaber, period. But if you're looking for an Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber that is super duper 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 accurate, this is it. This guy's rocking a Proffi V2.2 and the new 6.3 OS, which is really cool. I actually have to do my research on that and see what it's capable of doing, but it's on here. And with that being said, why don't we just jump right in and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, so what you see in front of you right now is how you would get a Roman Props MK1. These guys are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just cosmetically, they're astounding. They're very heavy, just so you know. Like, these are steel components. This has actually got some plastic components on here. It's just cheaper to make that way. And the original prop was plastic there. But yeah, so this is just one of those things that's like, you could buy this from a Roman Props, put it on your shelf, and just leave it. And it could be one of those prized sabers still. So, alright. That being said, this also has a Rudy Pando crystal slide, which is this aluminum bit here, all this, and these brass sections. And then even more, I'm going to actually have to focus here, even more so is in here, holding the actual crystal, is an upgraded 3D printed part made by Shtok Custom Works, and they just add so much more detail to the saber chamber. I mean, it's just absolutely astounding. And then this just simply, this locks on here, so this doesn't even come off. Like, you can display it that way. Let's refocus here. Alright. So this guy just locks like this, twist, lock, and then tightening this clamp actually makes it so this doesn't rotate anymore. And then you saw the saber already has power, but you would just take this whole bottom section off, and then you have your on-off switch right here. You have easy access to your USB port and your SD card, and then this is your recharge port. And wow, that's really small, John. Yep, it is. So I'm sending this saber with an adapter that fits. So you would plug, let's see here, that might turn on. Nope, take this out of the bag. But you have your end here, and then this just goes on there like that, and then you plug this into the saber just like that. And then you're charging, so you're good to go. To turn the saber on, just flip the kill switch to the right.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I did the extra cutouts in the vents right here so that you would get, well, more volume, I guess, or it would make the saber a little bit louder, clearer. There's also gesture controls. And this is also running the new OS 6.3 for the Proffieboard. So what does that mean? I don't know. It does all the same things that the last OS did, and now I need to go do all my homework. But just so that the owner knows, these sections here, so this wind vane and this brass section and the emitter and the grenade section, they're normally, well, they come, like, they're just threaded. There's no locking or anything. So I've actually locked and fused all of these pieces together. So they're not going to move, but when you go to put the blade in, it's not a very, I mean, it's not super tight. It's a really nice feeling. When you insert this, it feels really snug and firm, but it's not impossible to get in. So I can't get it in though if I have the blade plug in. So alright, let's take the blade plug out. I am supplying an Allen wrench, but this is one that I have around right now. You can just dump your blade plug, and then you can see your Shtok NPXL V3. There's another one in here, and then 2 neopixels lighting the crystal. You have 2 tactile switches right here. This is your power, this is your auxiliary, and then you saw everything in here. There is a 3 watt 4 ohm 28 millimeter bass speaker right in the clamp section, and all of your sound comes, well, it comes out everywhere, honestly. Like, you'll get a little out here and here and here and here, even in here. You know, it's very loud, honestly. It's clear. It's one of my favorite Sabers. Okay, so with that out, I would just always, let's see, if you're looking at the Saber, you would want to, if you're looking at the blade, you would want to twist it into the Saber clockwise. So you want to just always make sure, there you go, it works. You want to always make sure that you're tightening the threads, you know, so everything threads like normal, like you would just twist it this way. So you want to twist the blade in that way, and you want to twist the blade out that way. Same every time, always go clockwise. And then the blade obviously turns on, you keep this nice and snug, and you tighten your blade retention screw, and you're good to go. Alright, put this back in the bag. So, alright, now to change fonts and stuff, you could actually go backwards in fonts. So you would hold the Saber upside down and then hit your auxiliary, which takes you to your battery level. If the blade was in, it would display on the blade, in color and on distance from the emitter, the charge of your battery. So the farther away it is, it'll be like green, it's a full charge, it's higher on the blade, and as it gets closer to the emitter, it turns red, and the Saber just, it'll give you indication that it's got a low battery. This is a Proffieboard V2.2. I know I did not say that. I did say that it has the new OS, but yeah, it is a Proffieboard V2.2 with OS 6.3 on here. So just going backwards and then forwards. Any direction other than upside down, it'll go forwards in fonts when you tap the auxiliary.
Battery level. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You can play music by holding the power button for 1 second and releasing. You can still use the Saber too. This blade plug also sinks down farther than it should. It should be flush with the surface, so you kind of just gotta finger it. This is the Allen wrench I'll be sending with it. Can you even see it? And this doesn't need to be tight, it just needs to be pressing against it. Anyways, to stop the music, hold the power for 1 second and release. Every font has its own music, so that's nice. And then, I guess when you're ready to store this, the Saber does... Whoop. Oh, the gestures. Let's go over that. So gestures, what just happened there, John? Gestures actually put the Saber into battle mode. So when you're in battle mode, you turn the Saber on by pulling down or stabbing. It is a stab-on feature, but it works better if you pull it. To turn it off, you would twist it one direction and then back to its resting position. That'll turn the Saber off. But when you're in battle mode, when you make a collision, it stays in lockup until you move it away from the position that it collided. So, same thing with stabs. And then floor drags and such. If you turn the Saber on just with the button, you're in standard mode. But something to be said about that is if you want to put the saber into blaster mode, which is also fun, while the saber's on, hold the auxiliary for 1 second and then release it, and you get a regular blaster block, but that's actually signifying that you're in blaster mode. So now when you move the saber, instead of accent swings, or alongside accent swings, you'll get blaster effects as well. And then to take it out, just do a regular blaster or turn it off. And then, as I was going to say, is when you're ready to put the saber to sleep or you put it on the shelf, just turn it off like that and you're good to go. And there you have the Obi-Wan Kenobi Roman Props MK1. Alright guys, that does it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. Maybe give me a share, show some people, be like, hey look, this is really cool. I do offer these on my website. They are expensive, and that is because of how amazing they are, as you've just seen. So keep that in mind, and if you want to commission one, or maybe you have the lightsaber already, just reach out. I'd be more than willing to give you a quote. And if anybody has any commissions that they do need done, don't be afraid to reach out. My email is john@sabersforever.com. I'm very responsive, and I'm taking commissions all the time. So, until the next time, may the Force be with you.